Hey, what's up YouTube? In this episode, I'm going to show you guys how to repurpose an old four-wheeler that you got sitting around and is not worth putting back together. We're going to start by tearing this thing apart, taking off all the old parts that we don't need, getting rid of them. I have a lot of extra parts that I've had built up off other projects. In the end of this episode, I'm going to show you all the goodies that I have for this thing. I was about to give up until I looked online and seen that I could buy a hub, so I just cut it off there. I bent it anyways. The puller broke my puller. Really, the main thing for using this is the axle to save me money on an axle and back wheels, because I don't know, that add up. So that's the main thing for me for using all this stuff. I got most of the four-wheeler frame cut apart here. I just got all these pieces sitting on here for now, just to get an idea of what I got to make and how it's going to look. I'm going to start first by taking and making a structure for the seat and these back fenders. This frame's going to have to be lengthened. Once I make this back section of the frame and get the seat and the fenders mounted up and the wheels, I'll have all that together. I can sit on the thing and decide where my feet need to go, and that's going to decide how long it needs to be. I'm going to have to cut and lengthen this frame somewhere. I think it's going to be easier to make the back section first and then figure out how long it's going to be instead of making the front section and trying to figure out the back. I might actually widen the front end a little bit and make the track width wider on it. I have wheel spacers that are on the way here right now. Got someone bringing them to me. I think they're 2.5-inch wheel spacers, so I should get an extra 5 inches of track width out of the back from them. Putting them on the back. The front, I'll have to cut and just widen and bring the spindles out farther. What we're going to do though is start making this back section of frame really quick. Alright, what I've got going on here, I've basically made a start to my frame. I took his 3/4-inch square tubing and I just got the seat sitting on there, and I just barely got it tacked. It sits within this front end, and now what I need to do is come off of this and make some kind of fender mounts. Once I make the fender mounts, I'll have my fenders mounted. I'll put my wheel spacers on, get my tires on, the whole back end to be done. I'll be able to set my seat on there and sit on there and figure out where my feet need to go. And once I figure that out, I can figure out where this needs to go. I think it needs to go farther. I need to lengthen my frame. I think it's way too short. So right now we're going to go ahead and get these fender mounts figured out and go from there. Alright guys, I'm back out here. It's Saturday morning. Me and my buddy came out the other night and we got these fenders mounted up, made these tabs to bolt the fenders on. That way we get the seat set on there. We put this thing down there on the ground and set the hood and everything on top of it, and I sat on it and seen if it was going to be long enough, and to my surprise it actually was. I don't need to make it any longer, so that's a good thing. All we have to do now is widen the front end. I measured the track width on the back, which is the measurement from the outside of each tire, and it's 44 inches. Then I measured the front, and it's only 32 inches. I'm going to take this front end and widen it 10 inches. So once I cut this in the center, I'm going to have to stick a 10-inch piece inside of it to space this out. I'm also either going to find something to go inside the tube to slug it and make it stronger. Since we're cutting it apart, it'll be stronger than it was originally. Or I'm going to take a piece of angle iron and weld the pipe inside that so it kind of cradles it, and weld that whole thing on the front end of this. And I'm going to put gussets back on here and everything. I want this front end to be strong. I made a mark on the center of this. I'm taking this piece of paper and I'm wrapping it around this thing until these edges meet up perfect, and that tells me I have a perfectly square mark. It's hard to, especially because these gussets are here, you can't stick a square on that anyway, at least not that big a one. The easiest way to mark round tubing square is with a piece of paper like this. Alright, I got the front axle completely welded on there. Now what I've done is I've made tabs for this that are bolted behind here, 4 spots on each side. And these little pieces of metal right here are going to go like this and connect the tab to the frame. I got this sitting exactly where I want it, so I'm going to go through and tack all these on really quick. Alright guys, it's Sunday night. I got this thing as far as I'm going to get it this weekend. I have this all bolted up, the hood, the dash, it's all bolted up and connected. I actually put my jack shaft on here, you can see it spinning. I tacked the brackets on there. My motor is sitting in here. I got it sitting at the level I want it at. Next, I need to make motor mounts. I got to order a belt for my CVT system. I got to order a hub for this back axle because I had to cut the one off. And I got to order an intake manifold where I can hook a Mikuni carburetor up to this 420 Predator. This engine's brand new. I've never had it on anything. I've started it a few times. I bought it over a year ago. It's just been sitting here. So I figured it was the perfect motor for this project. I think I got a lot done this weekend. And throughout the week after work, I'll come out here and mess with this. In the next episode, I should be able to get this thing pretty close. I might have to still do the steering and some of the controls, but we should pretty much have it finished up. Hey guys, I just created a new Facebook page. It's called Born to Barn Customs also. Hop on there and check it out. Put a like on the page to follow it and post some of your guys' builds. I want to see what you guys are doing. If you guys have any questions, it's a perfect place to post them on there and show me what you're doing. And I would like to start some kind of community on my page where we can all share our projects. People can help each other out. I really appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share my video with friends. Have a good one.